Hey guys, my name is Matthew Beattie and I'm a 46-year-old recovering drug addict. I've had just over a 20-year relationship with drugs and alcohol, and I won't say it was a nice one, but today I just wanted to talk about how I got onto the trail of finding out that I was somewhat on the spectrum, the ASD spectrum. Now, we were in the middle of moving houses, and we went from one house to a new house, and one day I just started getting randomly these things come up on my YouTube feed from a YouTuber called Paul McAuliffe, and that was very random. And it was like how to spot autism in adults, and just videos on high functioning autistic adults and things like that. I started eventually clicking on them, and all the lists that he was talking about, and all these things, I was ticking off nearly every box, and that was at the start of my recovery journey from drugs and alcohol. So this was a major thing in my life, getting off drugs and alcohol finally after 20 years. But I sort of started diving into why am I doing this, why am I doing that, and I just started joining the dots, and here I am today, nearly 8 months clean, and just really finding myself, and just working out great things about myself. I did a video last week on autistic burnout, and I know that we all burn out in some ways. Everyone has mental burnout or physical burnout or whatever it is, but I definitely burn out at least once a month. I sort of have, it's always once a month. I go through about a week where I just I just don't spend much time with anyone. I'll sort of spend a lot of alone time as much as I can. I've got 3 kids that are living with us, my wife as well. I've got a full-time job, so I'm a full-time father, full-time husband, but when I am in the middle of burnout, I try my hardest to have as much alone time as I can, and it takes me about a week to get out of it. I feel like I'm just in a really, not a bad mood, but I just sort of have that, what's it called? I look just serious all the time, and people just must think I'm in the worst mood. I am, but I'm not. It's hard to explain for me right now. One other thing I talked about was obviously sensory overload. I never knew that was a thing, and I know nowadays I can control that, because if things get too much, I just put myself out of a situation. What else? Sensory overloads, burnout, smells. Like my senses, my smells, like it's like they're on steroids. Like smells set me off. It's really weird. What else? There's so many things, but that's how I got onto the discovery journey of finding out I was somewhat on the ASD spectrum. I just started watching these videos, and then I'm still today learning things about myself. And I'm going to say, I really think there's probably a lot of people that know me that are probably thinking, I know you're not this and that. That's how I feel. Maybe they won't feel like that. I don't know. I have said to my wife about, do you think I should go get an official diagnosis? And there's a lot of me that really wants to go get an official diagnosis, but I think like my wife said to me, if it makes me happy, that I can say that I am somewhat autistic, it sort of does. I sort of think for me, I am a lot for some people. I feel like that some people can't handle me because I am maybe a bit too much for them. And I'm going to say, I think I have struggled with friendships, like just not getting back to messages, and people ringing me and not answering the phone, and then ringing back a week or 2 weeks later thinking that it's okay, when to them it's probably not. And so communication's a big thing that I've sort of worked that out. But you know what, I think this whole thing of being on the spectrum and being a high functioning autistic male is a beautiful thing. I really think that we get to think outside the box, and we're not thinking like the neurodiverse people, which I feel like I can pick the neurodiverse people out these days. I'm going to start jotting down things of what to do with videos, because the videos that I am watching of high functioning autistic adults, I relate to a lot. I really hope whoever is watching this video that you can relate to these symptoms or how you feel about yourself or whatever. Don't think that there's anything wrong with you, because a lot of the time I have thought like that there's something wrong with me and why can't I keep these relationships and why do I do the things I do? But that just makes us who we are. We're all as equally as beautiful as one another, but like I said, I'm in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and I'm going to keep working on myself. And I've found this beautiful, beautiful man that's been hiding for the last 20-something years. I think that'll be all for today. I'm going to try and I'll make another video, hopefully a better video next time. But I hope you guys have an amazing week wherever you are, and I love you guys.